the greatest empath and sensitive of all time. So if you have your moon in your birth chart in the 12th house, this is the spiritual gift that you're granted with. It's called clairsentience. It's the sense of feeling, and feeling is connected with emotion. And it sits right here in your solar plexus area. So it's that gut feeling, intuitive just feeling that you get is a lot stronger for a 12th house moon. It's like you're just granted with this undercurrent of spiritual gifts that's within your being, that can lie dormant until you're ready to experience the spiritual gift. And it lies dormant because of healing that needs to be done. And it lies dormant for a very good reason. You do not want to open and expand spiritual senses too fast and without the foundational mechanical understanding of that spiritual gift. It could be detrimental. And remember, we're talking about people who have 12th house placements in spiritual gifts. We're talking about the moon. We're talking about emotions. Emotions are tightly knit with your feelings because you're feeling the emotion. And emotion is a wide range spectrum, from excitement and joy and happiness down to sorrow and melancholy. Melancholy is like a nothingness, but it's like that. It's like no emotion, but we still have to put it in there because it's still a thing. It's still real. And so if you don't understand the mechanics and the foundations, and it opens and expands too fast as being a 12th house moon person, that emotion is extremely overwhelming and intense to experience. I am a 12th house moon. I have a stellium in the 12th house, sun, moon, Venus, and Mercury. And so I'll be the first to tell you how incredibly hard it is to contain and to cope with the expansion of this gift. And so I don't want to scare you off the spiritual gift because it's such a blessing as well. But we have to understand that the 12th house is about either falling or rising. You either succumb or you rise. It's detrimental into mental institutions, hospitalization, jails. This is represented in the 12th house. Or you can rise up and be enlightened and be of service to help other people. And so when we talk about spiritual senses, that's where it's a slippery slope. It can go either way. And so this spiritual sense of feeling, because I'm telling you, the emotions of that undercurrent, when you start to expand it, you're now connecting to the emotion of the spiritual aspect, not the outside world, not your own emotion. This is the spiritual aspect, and it's so vast and it's so expansive beyond our even ability to comprehend. You want it to be a slow progress of unfoldment and development with your spiritual gifts, especially clairsentience for a 12th house moon, which means that you want to really take your time and go through your healing journey. And with clairsentience, you also have to understand that triad. You've got to understand what's from spirit, what's from that metaphysical collective unconscious, what is the energy and the intuitive feelings that you're picking up from people, from the places, understanding that it's intuition, which is a psychic sense, right? And differentiating between that. So what I suggest as a 12th house moon for your spiritual gifts to really begin nurturing them and setting the intention, because your guides are like so excited to work with you, with everybody's guides. We all have them. But they will not be intrusive, and they will not move in to help and guide you more actively, I would say, until you really recognize them, the truth of them, and actually ask them to come in. And then they will come in however best they know to come in. That's all I know. And so you really want to find a space for yourself where you can make a spiritual practice and healing part of your daily life. It has to be part of your daily life because you're here to be of service. You're here to use this spiritual gift of clairsentience, and you're here to heal so you understand pain You understand pain of emotion. You understand pain from the mother. You understand that emotional wound that needs to be healed and nurtured within the own self. So you need to heal yourself from that so you can understand your spiritual gift, understand that triad of emotion that's going on within you. You have to understand that your solitude is an incredible place and where you need to be, but you need to be using that time wisely. 12th house. We don't want to go into solitude and go into depression and go fall and get into addiction to kind of cope with it. That is the one aspect of the 12th house, and with the, especially with the luminaries, because it's just so close to us, you know. We want to go into it to heal. So we create an understanding of what is what. We begin to realize that our time of solitude is a sacred time and a sacred space to detox, to meditate, to journal, to just be, to listen to music, to do whatever it is, to take a bath, to clean, whatever it is that nurtures you. Everybody has their own way of nurturing their own self. And when you're in solitude, you need to use this time as a 12th house moon to nurture you so you understand your emotions, because they're closely knit with your spiritual gift of clairsentience. And you don't want to open and expand that because it's so enormous too fast without really engaging and making a sacrifice with the healing journey and making it part of your life. Even if it's just 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, expand it to 15 minutes a day. But you need that time to be in some kind of positive, intended spiritual healing practice for the intention of your own nourishment. So you can nourish you. Because when you can nourish you, then you can be of service, understanding your gift and bringing it out to the world to be of service to other people. So until next time.